Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Today we are gonna start our work on the underbelly here. An additional layer has to be put into this, well, in here as well, under here, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll have to finish off all the thrusters and then, I would say, for the most part at least, this thing is functional and we can test drive it. We'll probably have to load it with some uranium, like, you know, like a base load of uranium. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me just grab onto a ton of steel plates, I think is the right amount. And then we'll start just placing a few things down. We'll have to kind of engineer a few things because there's a few points along the way where we have to kind of see how we're gonna do things, but shouldn't be too difficult. Oof, that's new. My OBS just crashed. That's weird. I hope that's not gonna be an issue that's gonna prevail today, but we'll see. Right, so I don't know if that was actually recorded, so I'll tell you again. We'll have if you have a few points where we have to kind of watch out how we build stuff. For example, here we have to kind of grind away a few things. Here at the wings, we'll have to take a look how it's actually gonna flow into the outer wing. I guess that's where we start, right? So we just go with an additional freaking layer. I think what will happen here is that we would, let me just weld this real quick, is we would grind this away and then just do that, right? That's how that would go. And I don't think that would interfere with anything. So yeah, I do not have to build anything more, I just have to grind a few things away in my scenario here. That makes sense. So like that, I think. And then probably at the back there's going to be the same procedure as well, just like that. I'm gonna weld these all just in case. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Easy things first, and then we'll have the whole edge to deal with, where we have to kind of match the pattern and everything. I hope that works without any problems. There we go. Yes, I think that will work exactly the same at the back. Just grind away the already existent blocks right here. These ones. And replace them with straight blocks. Yeah, I think that's right. There we go. And now just chuck these in. Just like, whoop. Oh, that went to the right place. Just like that. Right. Like that. Okay, so let's start placing these blocks all around. Let's just go with one of the shapes and just extend what we can do here. So just find these. There's one. Turn, there is one, there's one. We might have a little bit less to do on the lower part, but maybe that's just me. Oh yeah, also these are completely the wrong shape. I'm an idiot. We're not using these, we're using the the flatter trajectory of ramps, of slopes. We're using these, obviously. Good thing that I noticed. I guess it would work with the other ones too, but no. Might be awkward. Might be... Jesus Christ. You know, it was about time that something like that would have... Oh, the dampeners are off. That would explain things. I need to get off. Where do I get off? Jesus Christ, I went into the wrong direction. My body is getting away. That's a sentence that you cannot use that often. Oh wait, I have completely locked myself in now, didn't I? Ah, shit. Yeah, I did. Of course I did. God. Can I not? I think I have to disable that in the game options, because right now it's like the new spawn system that basically spawns you at the... What is it? The closest... I think it's... Oh, yeah, I went the wrong way as well. It's the closest medical station it spawns you at. You cannot choose. So I would have to deactivate this, and then I could spawn at places like the survival constructor, you know? Might be a bit more useful. It's not even moving anymore. That's curious. There we go. But yeah, that might be a thing I want to activate at one point. I'm not quite sure why they deactivated it. Well, I suppose you could use the old spawn system as like a teleport. If you're not, like, if you don't want to transport stuff, you can teleport between like stations, you know what I mean? I guess. Oh. There's a freaking hole here. What the hell? Interesting. Suddenly, hole. Okay. Oh god, I'm a bit dizzy. Where? There we go. There we go. Well, a knock on the head will do that for you, I suppose. Getting a bit dizzy. But yeah, also because the ship is in a new position now. That makes it kind of difficult sometimes to find the spot where I need to be. Good. Let us continue. Jesus, there's more of these. How annoying is that? I completely... Look at that. Huge freaking holes. Completely left to their own devices. There's another one. There's more. Jesus. There's a whole side of these that I forgot to do. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before, and old me probably said, yeah, I'll do them later, and now present me is annoyed at past me. God damn. Yeah, see how quickly we run out of steel? Good thing we don't do the whole freaking deck like that. We would be here for like 7 weeks or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's actually make some more steel plates. I have the feeling we need a ton more. Fill them up. There we go. Yeah, I'm really kind of annoyed that I didn't do these before. Man. That is annoying. There and there. Right, let's continue with the job at hand. Placing these down. I mean, placing all of these alone is just a freaking ton of work. And then imagine having to weld these all by hand. My goodness. It would be madness. I'm pretty sure I would go mad, actually, if I did that. Alright, we went the full circle of those. Meaning we'll have to go with... I think I actually have the right block selected. Yes, I do. Alright. All the diagonal ones. Good thing is, if you only raise it up by one level, you basically only need 3 different blocks instead of 5/6. Otherwise, you would need a whole much more different block styles here to make this whole row work. But after this, we'll have to do one more turn and one more round, and then we'll have the edge completed. Well, minus these here. I'll have to put some straight blocks in there as well, but yeah, you know. So it's good. In this time, my ship, the welder ship, can charge a bit, I hope. At least that's the plan. And now I think I need this one. Yes. Yes, that's the one. I should have placed this one first. That would have been easier. Oh well. It's fine. Hey. There we go. Better. Do we need this one? No, we don't. There's just gonna be straight blocks, nothing else. Just that. Okay. I wonder how heavy that freaking ship is by now. It was very heavy before, and now we're adding basically 2 more layers. Of course, the layers get quote-unquote smaller, but not by much. Well, in the total, you know, in the grand scheme of it, it's not that much smaller. Right, let me just get a little bit more energy to go. So we don't get emptied up so quickly again. Because yeah, I would kind of like to spawn out here. It would mean I'm a lot quicker into the action again. But yeah, I guess I'll have to disable the spawn system if I want to do that. Hold on. Where was I think I was somewhere over here. Yeah, here. There we go. Back on track. And a last quarter of a round. Well, not even, I don't think, because of the tail at the back. That takes a little bit away from the actual mass here. Yeah, cool, okay. And now it's just straight blocks all the way. God, that's gonna be annoying. That will take a lot of placing. My goodness. I'm just gonna try to make the outer ring complete so I can probably do the rest faster like that. And then let's start here, I suppose. Not sure if I have a system or if I just do random stuff. I don't even know what's faster here. If I should do sectors or the way I'm doing it now, like whole lines. I don't know what's smarter. My goodness. Here we go. And then probably we'll have another 3 trips with the with the welding ship, I would assume. Again, I think down here we have a little bit less mass to weld, probably, but only a tiny bit less. But it's also a bit more awkward to maneuver, I think, from the wings and everything that's in the way. So we'll have to be careful when we maneuver with our dear old welder ship. God, I'm sorry if I don't talk all the time, but I'm trying to concentrate. This is so awkward to do. Seriously, it is. Yeah, what would I give for having like the creative tool where you could just draw lines, you know? I kind of understand why it's not in here. You know, you could probably do it in a... Oh, I should probably do the inner circle as well. Maybe I should have done that, huh? Well, we'll do that in a second here. We'll just... let me think. Do I need to... This I need to leave, because there is a block that needs to be angled. I think like this, it's fine. Yeah, I'll have to do the inner circle first. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Also, like this, we're running out of freaking steel plates again so quickly, even by just placing them down. God. Okay, let's do the inner circle then. We'll start with the same. Good thing that should be a bit quicker. There we go, and that's that. Now back to here, and now we'll start with this one first. Turn it, and then down it goes. It's kind of weird. I noticed that often that I often use the rotation in a weird way, that I rather like turn it 3 times than like 1 time. It's just, I don't know, it's like the nearest button to me is the one that turns it in, what is that, clockwise? I guess clockwise, you could tell it. And somehow I'm faster, in my mind, faster than, you know, just hitting that 3 times, then searching for the other one, hopefully getting it and turning it once. It's kind of weird. But maybe that makes sense, I don't know. Also, I could just build clockwise. Then it wouldn't be so... Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me! We're 1 block short! Come on! Oh, that's annoying. Well, we would have to get more anyway, but that's annoying. Just one thing left. Kind of reminds me, I was helping friends of mine move houses at the weekend, and we stuffed everything into a big like a van kind of vehicle to move, and then there was one item that it didn't fit, so we had to do an extra run, not with the van, with a smaller vehicle that we had access to, but still, it was like just for one thing we had to come back once more. It was so annoying, and there was no way we could have make it work, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It's not that big of a deal, but it really bothers me for some reason. It's like, no, this is not efficient. No. It's really strange, but yeah, there you go. I still have like a freaking my muscles still kind of hurt from moving. It was kind of like 2 moves in one day, because it was 2 people like moving into the same house together in the same flat. So it was 2 separate households that had to be moved. So it was 2 moves in one day. That was a freaking sore at the end, I can tell you. I just got home and like ordered a pizza. Normally I do not order too much food, you know, like takeaway slash, you know, home delivery stuff. But that evening I was just like, nope, not doing anything, not lifting one more finger today. Fuck that. Just laid down, had a pizza and a beer, and that's it. That's the evening. Nothing more to do, no more strength to do anything else. Well, play games, obviously, but, you know. That only takes mental strength. And that is acceptable, I would say. There we go. God, I'm not even halfway done, ain't I? Not even close. Nope. But after we done this, I think the biggest things are done. Then there's only a few interior problems I kind of want to fix. I've seen a few rooms don't have light, which is weird. And then we'll have to kind of test drive it and see if, for one, if the reactor actually has enough power, you know, to power all of this. Because I have no idea. And two, if it's decent enough with the acceleration and everything so that we, you know, we don't have like 10 minutes to get to full speed and another 10 minutes to brake to 0 meters per second again. So stuff like that. And then adding more things. I kind of have the feeling we almost will have to add more gyros in a way. But we'll see about that. And if we do add more gyros, I have the feeling we're gonna add them like slowly, you know. Basically, we'll, after this thing is functional, what we'll probably do is we'll jump, try to charge the jump drives and then jump towards one of the other planets, right? And then after the jump, while the jump drives are charging again, basically design like an unmanned drone that we can remote control for mining, and then get our mining operation going, right? Something along those lines. But yeah, and then we'll just mine a bit, and then, you know, change our ship from the inside. We don't even have to go outside anymore, pretty chill, and just, you know, gradually improve the ship. And while using it, we'll find things that are not okay, things that don't work quite right. So yeah. Let me just get another 1,000 in. God, look at that. Almost done. Almost. Not that much now. This is difficult. Also, I've been playing around with a few other worlds that I'm doing creative stuff in. And honestly, I know that there's a lot of people who have done stuff like that before, but I've never tried. Basically, I'm talking about a train system. You know, like putting something on like a rail-like structure. And I kind of was tinkering around with it, and I was really happy with what I came up with. And I'm pretty sure others have done the same thing as well. It's basically the rails that you use are basically two lines of like, I used just like light armor blocks. I guess you could use different more interesting looking blocks, but I used the light armor blocks. They're one block apart, so there's like a one block gap in the middle, and basically the train cart is built in the middle of that. And then there's two sets of wheels. There's one set of wheels that's gonna rest on the top of the rail. And then you have a second set of wheels. I used, I think, the 1x1 wheels because they fit quite nicely. You basically have them on the inside of that train track, that one gap. And then via the, what is it called? The offset, the wheel offset, you move them towards the outside so that they push against the inner side of the respective rail tracks, which means you have a force pushing it down, which rests on the top wheels, and then the inner wheels pushing outside, so it's resting quite nicely on that. The only problem with that is, at least right now, I haven't tinkered too much more with it, because I do a lot of things at the same time, which is a big problem of mine, that I start like 17 projects at once and then try to finish them all at once. Never happens, but yeah. A big problem with that system, as far as I can say, is that it's kind of difficult to make turns. It's kind of cool. I used it, for example, I basically made like a big long straight rail over an ice lake, and then had like a rail cart on top of it with like a piston drill that can just, you know, drive a few meters, drill down, fill its containers, go back to the starting point, empty it, and then use all that ice for oxygen and hydrogen. That works quite nicely. And then I thought, what do you do if you want to change like directions? And then I basically engineered a pretty nice looking like a rail crossing thing, where it's on the same grid, but it's held up by a piston. It's the same piece of rail section, but it's like a crossroads, like a 4-way crossroads. And then with the piston, you hold it up to the same height as the normal rail. You drive on it, and then you can do it via remote control or whatever. You can, you know, lift it up and then turn it by 90 degrees in whatever direction you want to go, and then you can, you know, do 90-degree turns with the rail. It's pretty neat, actually. Maybe there's a way like to automate it, because technically, if you like, there would have to be a sensor in the middle of the rail that senses if you're waiting there for more than like 3 seconds, and then it would just do a 90-degree turn, because it doesn't matter in which direction you then go, left or right. You can either drive forwards or backwards, so it could just detect technically, do you want to go, do you stay in the middle, or are you just driving through? But yeah, anyway, there we go. That's the whole bottom. And Jesus Christ, that took me a whole freaking episode. That's crazy, you know? Look at that. It's kind of interesting looking, like a mesh. So, that means next time we have to weld this. Actually, I'm gonna just use all the steel plates that we have still. You know. Actually, I should probably use them around here, around the freaking the thrusters, because they are awkward to weld, and I don't want to explode my welding heads again. But yeah, there you go. Probably don't have any more steel plates. Nope, don't. Okay, but yeah, that means next time we're gonna start getting our welder ship, and then we're probably gonna do it at the same time, same strategy as we did last time, doing like the circles and then closing in on the inner circles, stuff like that. But yeah, that's our goal for next time, hopefully. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.